Hi, my Affirmatic family. Welcome to the 21 Days Affirmatic Challenge, and today is day 12. Woo! Today is day 12. We are almost pulling through. It's getting hotter and hotter every day. A lot of informations are pouring out. We are learning a lot. I am learning a lot. We are growing together. We are holding each other accountable. Isn't that exciting? Right. Kudos to everyone that is participating in this challenge. If you have not joined this challenge, put your chat under this video that you are watching now. Just say, connect me to the challenge, and I and my team will include you in the challenge so that you can have access to all the other videos and trainings that we have done so far. All right. So today, we are going to look at how to become a millionaire. Who else want to be a millionaire? That's what we are going to look at in this video today. So let's go. The secrets to becoming a millionaire. So in this video today, that's what we are going to look at. The secrets to becoming a millionaire. So who else want to be a millionaire? Who else want to be a millionaire? I know. You are watching me, you want to become a millionaire. That's the dream of everyone. That's the dream of everyone. Everyone wants to become a millionaire. And that includes you and me. Me too, I want to become a millionaire. If it doesn't include you, I don't think you'll be watching this video, but it's because you want to become a millionaire. We are all interested in becoming a millionaire. That is why you are watching this video. That's why I took out time to research as many millionaires as I possibly can, because that's where I want to end up. Now, during my research and my study, I had a very shocking discovery. And those discoveries are what I want to share with you here today in this video. So the number one shocking discovery I made is that becoming a millionaire is simply a mindset. Yes, that is what I discovered. It is the most common factor that makes everyone millionaire that I have come across, or that you may have come across, is that they have this mindset. They have a particular type of mindset. They have a mindset that is trained to see opportunities. They have a mind that is trained to see opportunities where others see adversity. They have a mind trained to see abundance where others see lack. They have a way of seeing value. In fact, they see abundance everywhere they look. That is why they are millionaires, and some of them get into the billionaire range. Let me give you examples of abundance everywhere that have been making billionaires and millionaires and billionaires everywhere that we don't even consider as anything. Let me take, for example, number one, water. The water is everywhere, but it may mean nothing to an average person due to its common availability. But a millionaire sees water as money in its refined and packaged form. So when a millionaire sees water, he's not just seeing it as water, he's seeing it as money. That is why I said millionaires train their minds. They have a mind that is trained to see money everywhere they look. So the next time you see water, you should look at it carefully. Look at it with added value, and you begin to see the green code everywhere. So number two resource that I want to use for example is sand. Take sand for another example. Sand may be abundantly available everywhere you see it, but if your mind is not trained, you will not see it as anything valuable. You just see it as something common that you want to get rid of. Whereas if you have a trained mind, you will see it as a big business. If you doubt me, make research, get to see businesses whose major raw material is sand, you find out that without sand, they can do nothing. Without sand, they can't make money. There are people, as I'm talking to you, that are making millions every day through the use of sand. So sand is money. Millions. It just depends on how you look at it. You get to the desert, you see sand everywhere. Go to the seashore, you see sand in large quantity. That is money. It depends on how you see it. Now let me take you to number 3 example, which is air. Air is another example, and in fact, one of the most valuable things on earth, needed by both plants, animal, or humans to survive. But if your mind is not trained to see value in it, you may not appreciate its value simply because it's very abundant and simply easily available at your disposal. But if you take a flashback during COVID-19, you will see, remember that some people were placed in the ventilating machine to help them breathe. A throwback to that experience will help you understand the real value of air. So if you go to the hospital and you see people that are going for oxygen, people that need oxygen to breathe, then you find out the cost and you come to appreciate air. There are so many industries that cannot do without air. Air is one of the most resourceful and valuable raw materials on earth. Plants, animals, and humans cannot survive without air. Number 4th resource that I want you to see is people. Take people for example. This is another great example of abundance. People are everywhere, and if you don't understand their value, you might look down on them. You might even look down on yourself. Presently, the Earth's population is slightly above 8 billion people. But unless you understand the value of people, you will understand that without the human capital, there is no progress in any organization or any society. Human capital is what brings other capitals together to make it valuable. And that leads me to the number 5. The last resources that I want to open your eyes to is words. Words are the most precious gift of God to man. That is what differentiates man from other animals. Words are so abundant, but as abundant as they are one of the greatest resources that have made more millionaires than any other resources on earth. A lot of businesses survive by trading on words. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you may leave a comment that I want to know more under this video, and I will send to you a link of how to turn words into cash. A deeper dive into any of these resources that I mentioned shows that there is abundance everywhere, and a lot of millionaires have harnessed these resources to become millionaires. Millionaires have a mindset. They have a mindset of seeing value. They have a mindset of seeing opportunities everywhere they look. Number 2 shocking discovery I made about millionaires is that they see time as a limited resource. Truly, time is very, very limited and very, very costly. The wide difference between the rich and the poor. That is why I will continue to debunk the lie that time is money. They have told us so many times that time is money, but that's not true. Time is not money. Time is more valuable than money. It is far more valuable than money, but it depends on your mindset. It depends on how you see it. Millionaires have understood this fact, and that is why they strive to separate how they use their time. from how they make money. They separate their money from time. That is one thing I discover, that the millionaires, the rich and the wealthy, they value time so much. They can give you much money to have much time. If you want to be a millionaire, therefore, you have to stop negotiating to sell your hours. That is what the poor and the middle class people do. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they come back, they eat, sleep. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they come back, they eat, they watch TV, they sleep, they wake up, they repeat. Whereas the rich, they are seeking for ways to convert their time. They are seeking for ways to convert time in their favor. They look for ways to freeze or even acquire more time instead of selling the limited time they have. You just have 24 hours in a day, and so do they. But they are looking for ways to duplicate their 24 hours. They are looking for ways to duplicate themselves, even inside those 24 hours. They are looking for ways to automate. Anytime you see them hiring a new staff, that is what they are doing. They are looking for a way to buy more time, to duplicate themselves. When you see them acquiring a new machine or a new technology, or getting a new application, or buying into a new program, that is what they are doing. They are seeking to buy more time. Today, the new gold is artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence, that is where the speed is, that is where the ease is, that is where solutions are. That is why the Chief Executive Officer of Alibaba Group, Mr. Jack Ma, predicted that in the nearest future, with artificial intelligence taking over the majority of man's tasks, people will have more time for more leisure. People will be working between 4 and 6 hours a day, and still they'll be claiming that they are so busy. With the breakthrough in artificial intelligence, it is far more easier to hit the millionaire status faster today. That is the good news. I said the good news is that with the breakthrough in artificial intelligence, it is far more easier to hit your millionaire status goal faster today than ever. You just have to know how. It is faster than ever than any other time in history. But it's not for everybody, though. It is for those who will jump into the gold mine now. There are case studies of people who have gone from zero to millions in a question of hours, just by leveraging artificial intelligence and leveraging technology today. That will lead me to the third shocking discovery I made. The third significant discovery I made about the rich and wealthy is that they have the ability to see ahead. Millionaires, billionaires, they have trained their mind to see the future before it arrives. That is why they make plans to capture and bring that future to the reality. That is why they do their plan like 5, 10 years, 20 years development plan, and they strive to bet the future. That is why they are rewarded for it. They become more wealthy because they are in the business of solving problems day after day for many people at the same time. They make much more money. Take Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com, for example. He discovered that people don't want queuing in the supermarkets. People don't want queuing in the shops to buy things. They don't want to wait for their turn to pay and to cash out and go out. So what did he do? He created an online marketplace. He created an online website, a website that is very large enough to accommodate millions of buyers ordering the same product at the same time, getting it delivered to them at the fastest rate than ever. That is intelligence, isn't it? That is why he's one of the richest men in the world today. I will fail me to give example of Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jack Ma, and so many others. But the summary is that the rich have trained their mind to see opportunities where others see nothing. That is what makes more millionaires than ever. And secondly, the rich view time as a very limited, scarce resources. That is why they strive to acquire more of it. And thirdly, the rich sees the future before it arrives. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about how you can go from zero to millions, I have a program called Informatics. Informatics is simply a step-by-step guide on how to create and package irresistible offers to sell off your product and services online faster than you ever imagined. So you simply click the link below to jump in and start your journey to transformation today. Start your journey to millions today. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice time. Bye.